Hi students, good morning. So this is Fanindra, lecturer in physics, working in Vignan institutions. So let us continue our topic regarding the chapter laws of motion. So in our last discussion, we have just introduced the concept how to solve pulley problems. So let us continue our discussion regarding the how to solve pulley problems in the different cases when the constraints are given. Okay, students, now let us see this case. So, here two systems are given, two bodies of masses m1 and m2 uh, joined over a cable or a string over a pulley. So, when the question is given like this, how to solve the problems? So, let us draw the free body diagrams in each cases for mass m1 and m2. So for the mass m1, the free body diagram will be, so this is the mass m1, the weight of the body acts vertically downwards, that is m1g, and the normal reaction perpendicular to the surface of the contact, normal reaction n. And as the cable is connected, so the tension in the string is in this direction, and the body as mass m2 is greater than m1, the m2 slides down, so it comes down with an acceleration of, let it be the acceleration coming downwards with an acceleration a. Similarly, the block m1 moves towards the right with an acceleration of a. Okay, now we need to calculate what is the acceleration of the blocks and tension in the string, and also the thrust over the pulley, that resultant tension on the pulley. So as the block of mass m1 is moving in this direction, so net force is acting in this direction, that is m1a. So the equations can be written along the vertical direction, n minus m1g is equal to 0, as along the vertical direction there is no net resultant force, so n is equal to m1g. And if you go for the along a horizontal direction, there is only the tension in the string which causes the motion of the body, so tension T is equal to m1, let it be the equation 1. Okay, so now let us go to the second block, so whose mass is m2. So by drawing the free body diagram, so let it be the second mass whose weight of the body acts vertically downwards, that is m2g. As it is connected to a string, there is a tension in the string, that is T, and the block is moving downwards, so net resultant force is in downward direction, which is equal to m2a. Right, so the equations can be written as m2g minus T is equal to m2a, or substituting m1a here, m2g minus m1a is equal to m2a. Right, I have substituted the value of T from the equation 1, so let it be the equation 2, so that from 1 and 2 we can get this equation, m2g minus m1a is equal to m2a. And so if you take m1a to the other side, m2g is equal to m1a plus m2a. Here we take a common, a into m1 plus m2 is equal to m2g. So acceleration a is equal to m2g by m1 plus m2. So this is the acceleration of the block. So from our previous discussion of the pulley problems, where the masses are, both of the masses are in downward direction, we have got the acceleration equation for the acceleration are m2 minus m1 into g by m1 plus m2. But here only m2g by m1 plus m2, because here the block 1 is in horizontal position, that is its rest over a surface, so we do not consider the weight of the body. So just observe how to solve the equations, how to draw the free body diagram, and how to solve the equations. So from this acceleration, the tension in the string can be written as So tension T is equal to M1 into A. So that is M1 into A is from the equation 1. So tension in the string T is equal to M1 into A means M2G by M1 plus M2, which can be T is equal to M1 M2 G by M1 plus M2 is the tension in the strings. Okay, it is the tension in the string. Now, what is the thrust over the pulley? Thrust on the pulley. So, to calculate the thrust on the pulley, so you can see here that one of the tension is in downward direction, another tension is in this direction. So, both are perpendicular to each other. So, the net thrust or the net tension in the pulley, so is equal to root over T1 square plus T2 square plus 2 T1 T2 cos theta is 90 degrees. Cos 90, which is cos 90 is 0, so the total value here will be 0. So net thrust over the pulley is equal to root over T square plus T square, which is equal to root 2T. So which is equal to root 2 into T is nothing but M1 M2G by M1 plus M2. Okay, so this is the way how to solve the problems in such cases. So just does not mug up the values or the formulas. You have to see how we have solved the problem. In the given case, just first we have to draw the free body diagrams of the blocks, each and individual block. So I have drawn the free body diagram for block 1 and the second time I have drawn the free body diagram for block 2. So from this block 1 and 2, I have written the equations from which I have calculated the acceleration of the blocks and also tension in the string and the net resultant tension. Just to see how I have solved the problem. Okay students, now let us move on to the next case. So in this case we have given a 3 blocks which is over the 2 pulleys, right? So let the acceleration of the block, let us consider the mass M3 is greater than the M1 such that the block slides downwards. M3 block is coming downwards and M1 block is coming upwards. So let the acceleration of the block be A. A is the acceleration of the block. So the block M2 is also moving in this direction. So with an acceleration, same acceleration A, and the block M1 is moving upwards. So as the block is M1 is moving upwards with an acceleration of A. So here there are 2 pulleys. So we have 2 different tensions in the strings. So let us consider the tension in the string is T1. T1 in this tension. So here the tension will be T1 and here the tension will be T2 as it is the second one. So here the tension will be T2. Okay. So now by drawing the free body diagrams, we can solve this type of questions. So by drawing the free body diagram, so let us draw the free body diagram for the block, first block, that is mass M1. So here is the first block whose weight of the body is downwards, that is M1G, and as it is connected to a string, there is a tension. So tension in the string upwards, which is T1. As the block is moving upward in upward direction with an acceleration A, so net resultant force is also in upward direction, which is M1. So the equation can be written as T1 minus M1G is equal to M1A. Therefore, from this equation we can write T1 is equal to M1G plus M1A. Let it be the equation 1. Let it be the equation 1. So now draw the free body diagram for the second one. So if you draw the free body diagram for the second case, so here, so along the vertical direction there is no movement. So I am drawing the forces along the horizontal direction only. So there is a tension in the string in both sets. There are two strings connected. So for the first string the tension is T1. For the second string the tension is T2. So in this direction there is a tension T2, and in this direction there is a tension in the string T1. And the net resultant force, due to the net resultant force, the block is moving in this direction, which is A. So net resultant force on this block is M2A, from which we can write the equation as T2 minus T1 is equal to M2A, or T2 substituting the T1 value minus M1G minus M1A is equal to M2A. Right, from there T2, the equation for T2 can be written as M1G plus M1A plus M2A is the equation for the tension T2. Let it be the equation 2. Right, now draw the free body diagram for the third block. So by drawing the free body diagram for the third block, that is weight of the body acts vertically downwards, that is M3G, and there is a tension in the string vertically upwards, that is T2. So there is an acceleration A, which is means the third block is moving downwards, so there is a net force acting vertically downwards, that is M3A. Right, so from this the equation can be written as M3G minus T2 is equal to M3A. Now by substituting the value of the T2, we can write the equation as M3G minus M1G minus M1A minus M2A is equal to M3A, from which we can write this equation as M3 minus M1G, M1 into G, is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3 into E. On simplifying this equation, we can get this equation, from which A can be written as A is equal to M3 minus M1 into G divided by M1 plus M2 plus M3 is the acceleration of the blocks. Okay, so now we need to calculate the tension in the strings T1 and T2. So by substituting the value of A in the equation 1, we will get the tension T1, and by substituting the value of A in equation 2, we will get the tension in the string 2, that is T2. So by substituting the values, we can get the equation T1 is equal to M1 G plus A, so taking M1 common, M1 into G plus A means M3G minus M1G by M1 plus M2 plus M3. So by calculating, we can get it as T1 is equal to M1 into M1G get cancelled, M2G plus 2 M3G divided by M1 plus M2 plus M3, from which the tension in the string T1 is equal to M1 M2G plus 2 M1 M3G divided by M1 plus M2 plus M3 is the tension in the first string T1. Similarly, by substituting the value of A in second equation, we can find the acceleration of the, or we can find the tension in the second string. Okay, just to see how to solve the problem only. So we cannot remember all the formulas. In the physics, there are lot of number of problems, formulas will be present. So to remember all the formulas is somewhat difficult. So best way to know how to solve the problem. Okay, in as seen in the previous case, I have taken the free body diagrams of the three blocks of the given three blocks, and I have taken three equations from which I have solved the given constraints, that is acceleration and tension in the strings. Okay. Okay, students, now let us solve how when the problems are given in this manner. So here there are two pulleys, but one of the pulley is on an inclined plane with let the angle of inclination be theta. Let it be a smooth inclined plane. So with an angle of inclination theta. So if the mass m2 is greater than m1, then the block of the mass m1 will slides down with an here it will slides down with an acceleration a, so that the block of mass m1 is moving upwards. Let the acceleration of the block be also a, right. So let us solve this problem. So initially we have to draw the free body diagram as it is an inclined plane for the block m1. So it is given in this manner with the angle of inclination b theta. Right. So the weight of the block acts vertically downwards, that is mg, and the normal reaction is perpendicular to the surface of the contact n. So the weight of the block can be resolved into two components. As this angle is also theta, it is mg cos theta, and in this direction it is mg sin theta. Right. So as there is an acceleration in this direction, acceleration is a, or the net force acting on it be ma. So now by writing the equations, and there is a tension in the string. So there is a tension in the string in this direction, tension T. So by writing the equations along horizontal direction as it is moving in this direction, so I am concerned about the equations along this horizontal direction only. So along the horizontal direction, the equation can be written as, so if you draw a free body diagram, it will be like this. So tension T, and in this direction it is mg sin theta, and there is a net force acting in this direction which is m1 a. m1 a. So the equation can be written as T minus m1g sin theta is equal to m1a, or T is equal to m1g sin theta plus m1a. Let it be the equation 1. Okay, now draw the free body diagram for the second block of mass m2. So by drawing the free body diagram, the weight of the block acts vertically downwards, that is m2g, and there is a tension in the string T, for which the block is moving downwards with a net resultant force of m2a. Therefore the equation can be written as m2g minus tension in the string T is equal to m2a. Right, from which the substituting the value of equation 1 in this equation, we can get it as m2g minus T means m1g sin theta minus m1a is equal to m2a. So taking m1a other side and taking g common here, that is m2 minus m1 sin theta into g is equal to m1a plus m2a, which can be written as m1 plus m2 into a, from which acceleration of the block can be written as a is equal to m2 minus m1 sin theta into g divided by m1 plus m2. This is the acceleration of the blocks. So now I need to calculate what is the tension in the strings. So to calculate the tension in the string, just we have to substitute the value of A in the equation 1. So by substituting the value, we can get tension T is equal to m1g sin theta plus m1 into acceleration A is m2 minus m1 sin theta into g divided by m1 plus m2. So by calculating, we can get tension as T is equal to m1 square g sin theta plus m1 m2 g sin theta plus m1 m2 g minus m1 square sin square theta into m1 square sin theta into g divided by m1 plus m2. Just I have simplified the equation by taking LCM. So m1 square sin g sin theta gets cancelled. So the remaining will be the tension in the string T is equal to m1 m2g sin theta m1 m2g. So by taking m1 m2g common, m1 m2g into sin theta plus 1 divided by m1 plus m2 is the tension in the string. Right, the tension in the string is m1 m2g sin theta plus 1 by m1 plus m2. Now I need to calculate what is the net resultant thrust on this pulley, or the net tension on the pulley. So here I have calculated only the tension in the strings, but what is the net resultant thrust on the pulley? You know, here from this triangle, if we take in this triangle, so I will go here. If you go, so in this inclined plane, the angle of inclination is theta. Here angle will be 90 degrees and the remaining angle will be 90 minus theta. So the net resultant tension will be net tension T net is equal to root over T square plus 2T into T cos theta. Here angle is 90 minus theta. Okay, so T net is equal to root 2T square plus 2T square into cos 90 minus theta, which is sin theta. Okay, by solving this, T net is equal to, if you take T square common and root 2, which can be written as root 2T into root over 1 plus sin theta. 1 plus sin theta is the required thrust on the pulley. Okay, this is how we solve the pulley problems. Okay, here to calculate the net resultant test, we have to take just the parallelogram law. I have just substituted the parallelogram law, which is root over p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So p and q means both are tensions equal T. So T square plus 2T into T cos angle here is 90 minus theta. Okay students, now let us solve the problem when the problem is given like this. So there are two blocks which are placed on inclined surfaces, smooth inclined surfaces with angle of inclination is alpha and beta. So the first block whose mass is m1 and the second block has mass m2. Right. As the block of mass m2 is greater than m1, the block is sliding downwards in this direction and the block m1 is moving in this direction, upward direction. So let us solve the problem. So by drawing the free body diagrams. So as the block 1 is in inclined surface with the angle of inclination alpha. So here the weight of the body acts vertically downwards towards the center of earth, that is mg, and the normal reaction perpendicular to the surface of the contact, normal reaction n, and the weight of the body can be resolved into two components, that is mg cos theta along vertical direction and along horizontal direction is m1g sin theta, and there is a string connected to the block of mass m, so there is a tension T such that the block is moving in upward direction with a net resultant force of m1e. Now along horizontal direction, the equation can be written as T minus m1g sin theta is equal to m1a. Therefore, T is equal to m1g sin theta plus m1a. Let it be the equation 1. Okay, so now draw the free body diagram for the second block. As the second block is moving in the inclined plane with angle of inclination it has beta. So as the block is here, the forces acting on this block are weight of the block vertically downwards towards the center of the earth, that is m2g, and the normal reaction perpendicular to the surface of the contact, normal reaction n. The weight of the block can be resolved into two components. So in this direction, that is m2g cos theta, and along horizontal direction it is m1g, it is cos beta, and here it is alpha. m1g sin beta. As it is connected to a string, there is a tension in the string T, and as block is moving downwards, there is a net acceleration in this direction. So that is m2a. Okay, so now by writing the equations along this horizontal direction, which can be written as m2g sin beta minus T is equal to m2a. Now, by substituting the value of tension in the string from equation 1, it can be written as m2g sin beta minus m1g sin alpha minus m1a is equal to m2a. Therefore, from this, g can be taken common. Therefore, m2 sin beta minus m1 sin alpha into g is equal to, as m1a goes outside, so m1 plus m2 into a. Therefore, acceleration of the block A is equal to m2 sin beta minus m1 sin alpha divided by m1 plus m2 into g. So this is the acceleration of the blocks of masses m1 and m2. Now we need to calculate the tension in the string. So tension in the string is calculated by substituting the value of A in the equation 1. So the net tension will be equal to T is equal to, I am just writing the formula, T is equal to m1 m2 g by m1 plus m2 into sin alpha plus sin beta, which can be obtained by substituting the value of A in equation 1. Similarly, I need to calculate the thrust over this pulley. So net resultant thrust over this pulley can be calculated. Here you can see the diagram, triangle which has inclination alpha and here is beta. So this angle will be 180 minus alpha plus beta. Right. So the net resultant thrust will be is equal to root over t square plus 2t square cos, the angle is 180 minus alpha plus beta. Therefore, T net is equal to root over t square plus t square, that is 2t square plus 2t square cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So your equation will be minus cos of alpha plus beta. So T net is equal to T into root over 2 into 1 minus cos alpha plus beta is the net resultant thrust over the pulley. Okay. So when the numericals are given, it will be much easier. If we calculate the acceleration, then we have to simply substitute the value of A, the numerical value. Then the equation of the tension will be smaller. It is also a numerical value. Then we can simply calculate the tensions in the string. Okay, students. Now the case given is, so here the pulley is massless and it is connected to a block of mass m is connected over the pulley by using a string. The other end of the string is connected to a rigid support, and a force F is applied over this massless pulley. Okay, so such that the pulley is moving in this direction, the block is also moves in this direction with an acceleration. Let the acceleration of the block be a acceleration of the block, and there is a tension in the string in this direction. The tension is T. Here also the tension is T. Okay, so now as you can observe this is the pulley over which the force is applied. Force is F, and there is a tension T. Here is also a tension T, right? So therefore the force F is equal to, as there were, T plus T. So F is equal to 2T, and the tension in the string T is equal to F by 2. F by 2 is the tension in the string. Therefore we need to find the acceleration of the block. What is the acceleration of the block? So if this pulley is moved towards the right for a distance of x, then this block M moves towards right for a distance of x by 2, because the length of the string remains constant. As the length of the string remains constant, if the pulley moves a distance of x, then the block should move a distance of x by 2. Therefore acceleration of the pulley is equal to acceleration of the block by 2. By differentiating you can get it. Okay, acceleration of the pulley is equal to acceleration of the block divided by 2. So from which the acceleration of the block is, it is nothing but the force acting on this block is T is equal to ma, right? Acceleration of the block. So acceleration of the block is equal to T by m. So acceleration of the pulley is equal to T by 2m, where T is equal to F by 2. So F by 2 into 2m. So that is equal to F by 4m. So therefore acceleration of the pulley is equal to F by 4m. Okay, in this manner we can solve the problems regarding the pulley problems. So in our next discussion, let us solve some pulley problems. So some of the problems that are given in the objective exams we will solve in our next discussion.